Hello Thrill Shriekers, I'm your host Anika Chung. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys had a great Halloween weekend. As for me, my weekend was actually pretty good. Wore my favorite Harry Potter costume and I rocked a vintage inspired Fantastic Beasts look. Halloween this year didn't really feel like Halloween. It was definitely lacking, of course, due to the pandemic, and there was not enough free events happening in the city. It was all like paid events. And I remember years ago there'd be so much events all over, even in my area. And not enough scary movies this year, apparently, but at least we had Shudder. I watched Elvira's 40th very scary special. I got to enjoy a couple of cool movies from the past, especially from the 50s. I watched Salem's Lot. That was pretty scary. I made my weekend very fun. I finally got to watch Creepshow Season 3. Shudder's hit horror nostalgia is back to make you fear with delight with thrilling stories based on the same name by Stephen King and George A. Romero that debuted in 1982. That prologue and epilogue was pretty cool. Billy just wanted to enjoy some Creepshow comic books and his father did not like it. And apparently that is Stephen King's son as Billy Hopkins. How cool is that? Your father's directing a film and you're just like having fun in the movies, just smiling at Creepshow. As a kid, I remember seeing several of the older Creepshow episodes, and as well, Tales from the Crypt, one of my favorite TV shows growing up as a kid. Horror classics never go out of style, but season 3 episodes succeeds because it knows exactly what it needs to do. Be entertaining, but as well a little bit scary and gory, and it tells stories framed as a comic book entries that blend horror nostalgia with a touch of social commentary and inevitably end with some sort of comeuppance. Almost 25 minutes, too many episodes within the hour. The episodes are so short. I wish episodes were at least 45 minutes long. I enjoyed every single mini episode. They had some unique stories, but if I had to narrow it down to my top 3, I would say Skeletons in the Closet by Greg Nicotero. The first story focuses on horror enthusiasts obsessed with collecting iconic props from all the classic film horrors and beyond. This episode brimming with horror Easter eggs all over. However, I feel that this episode was so-so, but it was still pretty good. But I definitely enjoyed all the cool nostalgia items they had in this episode. Lampini runs a chamber of horror museum. Most of the exhibits he's gotten from auctions or his father who has shared his passion. He proudly tells anyone who will listen to him about how his father has the ability of bringing his props to life. Yes, they're alive. It's alive. Right, Wednesday Addams?
Give my creature!
Alongside his girlfriend Daniela, she's kind of giving me vampire vibes. Well, Lampini has a special new exhibit planned and can't wait to show the general public. But before they can open, Lampini gets a visit from his nemesis, his opponent, Bateman. Bateman regularly outbids Lampini at auctions and often gets the most sought after items before he has a chance. Bateman further cements their rivalry by sneaking a peek at Lampini's new exhibit, yanking open the curtain the night before it's due to open while visiting the after hours. It's one specific skeleton that intrigues Bateman because he believes Lampini stole the remains from the grave. Geez, so much drama in the auctioning industry, especially when it comes to these iconic props. Behind the velvet curtains is a collection of the original real skeletons used from the films like Poltergeist, Raiders of the Lost Ark. How cool would it be if there was a movie prop museum or exhibit in North America? I would love to attend something like that. I know Warner Brothers has a massive clothing and prop collection from their movies from almost 100 years ago. One of my favorite scenes was the skeletons fighting with swords. This was kind of giving me Pirates of the Caribbean, Barbossa versus Sparrow moments. I had a good time watching this episode. It was hilarious, funny. I was definitely entertained. Last Tsuburaya, directed by Jeffrey F. Jirei. Ishiro Tsuburaya, a famous Japanese artist long since passed, has left behind a collection of macabre art beloved by collectors and fans. The holy grail among his work though, is a never-before-glimpsed painting of the Last Tsuburaya that's remained secured in a crate and only recently discovered in a basement with strict instructions inscribed on the lid, only to be opened by a relative, and the last remaining one of those is a young descendant. He lacks appreciation for art. He quickly sells the unopened crate for a whopping, ready for this? $28 million. I had to say that. It was a reason for him to only open it. This was a missed possible opportunity. I guess we'll never know. I guess he was wise. He would not be able to handle what he was about to see come outside that box. Art is truly the eye of the beholder. Wade Cruz is a villain in this story, a wealthy prick who buys the painting, opens it, and soaks in it while a room full of invited guests wait for the unveiling, and then burns the artwork before anyone could see it. His guests are appalled at what he did, no respect at all for art. As the old saying, want all, lose all. This was a fun mini episode, especially where I heard where the art came from. The look of the creature was really cool, and there was a little reference and as well a hidden Easter egg. For a moment, it kind of reminded me of the scene of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, because when the Nazis opened it, not supposed to open it, they basically all got disintegrated. So it just has a little similar thing, just a slight, I'm just saying, but yeah. And tokusatsu films is a Japanese subgenre of sort of a action drama heavy on special effects and iconic monster suits. Last Tsuburaya is quite likely to nod on two film legends, Ishiro Honda and Eiji Tsuburaya, the director and effects director respectively of 1954 Godzilla. It bears no effect on the segment itself, but it allows the filmmakers to show respect towards some real-life Japanese artists. I've also enjoyed the animation episode, The Things in Oakwood Past. In this animation segment, a librarian named Marie, voiced by Danielle Harris, makes a startling discovery. She unearths a large box that could explain the enduring mystery in her hometown. People vanish all at once in Oakwood long ago for no reason unknown. And this artifact could be the answer to the questions on everyone's mind. Where did they go? If there's anything Creepshow is known for, it is a franchise love of the damned boxes and self-references. At the start of The Things in Oakwood Past, it's clear to mention of the foreboding crate from the 1982 movie. And much like that box, there is also ignored air of danger surrounding the time capsule found in Oakwood, although anyone might overlook the red flags if they ever enjoy a good mystery in the vein of Roanoke Colony. This was an entertaining, funny episode, especially everything just came out of that box from that capsule. All the monsters, and they just terrorized the whole town and everyone disappeared again. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. I actually would love to see that in a live action film. But it was so short though, but I just wish it was just a little bit longer. Do y'all know what I mean? The season finale, the first episode, was freaky, gory, crazy, and political. The girl in the first episode was giving me Grudge and Ring vibes because of that long hair. All she needed was her medicine. If they gave the medicine to her, they would not be in the situation in the first place. Jeez, the things that people do just to be in power. Seriously, at what cost? Now you got someone that's the Grudge that's attacking everyone at the Canada-US border. Seriously, just the last episode was an interesting segment. This is giving me George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead rather than repeating what the movie did. The story takes a look at how society has been affected during the zombie outbreak. I had a good time watching these mini episodes. Creepshow's making these cameos in several episodes, which was pretty cool. Those are my top 3. I give the series 3 stars because it could have been a little bit longer, but otherwise I'm up for another season 4. And as Elvira mentioned, watching horror movies is good for your health. And yes, it is indeed. And what is your favorite episode from season 3? Let me know in the comments below. I'm your host, Ainika Chung, and I'll see you next time on my next motion picture or trailer review. Love yourself always, and remember, be excellent to each other. Alright guys, see you in the next pictures. Cheers. Now time for the holiday season. What's this? What's this? The colors everywhere.
What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming.